Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Uh, and I hope that everybody is safe and sound amid this outbreak. I'd like to first of all express my condolences for those who lost their lives in this global pandemic. Uh, and then I'd like to transition to the main topic. Let's get down to the brass tacks that I'm going to talk about the University of Florida. Let's first of all share the presentation with you. So, who knows about the University of Florida? Uh, Probably know about it, but let's provide you with a bit of a brief information about the University of Florida. So this is an educational and research institution. And this institute provides associate, bachelor's, master's, uh, PhD, or doctoral and professional degrees in the languages, arts, sciences, engineering, media, or distance education and part-time programs. So the University of Florida was founded in 1853 and is based in Gainesville, Florida. So it's the best online bachelor's in computer science for 2020, which was ranked by the bestschools.org. So there are lots to talk about the University of Florida, and it's a four-year public school for undergraduate students and 1 year or 1.5 year for master's degree. And the graduation rate is 87%, which means that most of the students, the majority of the students who are enrolled to this university are graduated after their enrollment with 87% accuracy. An acceptance rate, which means that the students who would like to pursue their education at this institution, they're accepted. 42% of the applicants who applied to this university, with 42% are accepted to this university. And generally, as is known, that most American colleges and universities provide some sort of financial aid or bursaries to the students, either international or local students, based on their needs or maybe sometimes based on their merits. And just after aid, the average cost of this institution is $12,000. So let's talk a little bit about Gainesville City, which is located, as I said before, in the Sunshine State. So living in Gainesville can be a fulfilling experience for anyone relocating to the city. Having said that, in the state of Florida, there are many amazing places to live, so choose wisely wherever you're going to go. So use a livability scores using key metrics like amenities, cost of living, employment, housing, and different categories in order to find out whether this place is the right place for you or not. So, located in the state of Florida, Gainesville is a moderately sized city with a population of just over 100,000, with an average of with an average age of 26 years old. Gainesville could be a great place for young adults, as this age is well below the national age. Uh, Gainesville has a livability score of 71 out of 100 scores, and it is ranked 518 in Florida. So it means that we know that Gainesville ranks very well for amenities and weather, as well as the housing and education. So this location is really very great to live, and it also uh, the home for many for many colleges. It is known as college towns, especially for the University of Florida, which I'm going to mention some key details after a while. So living is affordable there, and there are lots of things to do. You can go to the museum, for example, Florida Museum of natural history, or Cade Museum for Creativity and Invention, and you can learn a really great deal there. So departments. Uh, there are so many programs like languages, arts, media, and distance education in several categories like computer science, information technology, and so forth. And I just put the link here for marketing department, and you might ask, or you might wonder why the marketing department is given here. So it's my personal interest to the marketing that I like to pursue my education in marketing. Therefore, I just used it for research details so that in the future, after a month or so, I'm going to explore the opportunities whether or not uh, I can get admission to the marketing department, whether as an assistant student or maybe a lecturer. So I'm going to find it out. So according to the ranking, college students in Gainesville has access to have access to a pair of well-regarded academic institutions, so like the University of Florida and Santa Fe College. And besides education, the economy remains robust because of sectors like agriculture, IT, life sciences, manufacturing, tourism, and transportation. So let's talk a little bit about quick facts about the University of Florida. So the tuition fees, as we mentioned earlier, is after aid $12,000, and there are different types of financial aid that can be provided to the students. Uh, so in terms of scholarships, for example, the Lamborghini Scholars Program, which was created in 2002 and named in honor of the university's ninth president, John Lamborghini, is a merit scholarship for Florida students. The scholarship offers $2,700 a semester for 8 to 10 semesters. So for those who don't know what the merit scholarships are. Merit scholarships are the types of financial assistance to the students based on their merits or based on their key qualifications. For example, they got a higher score in the TOEFL test or in the SAT test, or they had some great social activities, or they are great athletic uh, people that won the competition, sports competition. So there are so many merits. Based on their merits, these scholarships can be provided to the students. And requirements to apply for this university is that for as an undergraduate student, you have to either take SAT or ACT, American College Testing Test. Also, if you're an international student, you are required to either take IELTS examination or TOEFL examination. Besides that, you need to write a motivation letter, or in other words, a statement of purpose. And simultaneously, you are required to provide at least 2 reference letters from your teachers or whomsoever. And based on your motivation letter, you have to provide some kind of certificates or any other qualification that you gained through your uh, uh, school years. For example, if you know how to play a guitar, or if you're a music person, if you're a sports person, if you're, let's say, socially responsible person, you have to provide some kind of details that I have these details, and uh, maybe they're going to be one of the factors that might help you uh, to get admitted to this university. In terms of accommodation, there are a bunch of, let's say, to be approximately 19 dormitories around the campus. And these are categorized under fraternities and sororities. So fraternities are for the males and the sororities are for the females. And also the University of Florida provide some key information related to the nearby hotels, hostels for students, as well as there might be some host family programs that they are partnering with. So there are, if you're admitted to the university, you don't have to worry about the accommodation. Room and board will be provided to you at an affordable cost because of the affordability of the city. It's a research university, which makes it the first, not the first, but in top 50 public schools in the United States. So why do I have to choose the University of Florida? It's a great question to be asked, and actually, the first one is credibility, because it's the number 7 best public university in the United States, according to the United States News and World Report. This is current up-to-date information for 2020. Uh, what does being in the top 10 mean for students and alumni? Is a very important aspect of getting to the university, because a University of Florida degree is even more valuable, particularly in the eyes of an employer, especially in Florida State. Therefore, you have to take that into consideration, as it is the public university. The second thing that we might consider is its affordability, which was previously mentioned. At the University of Florida, we focus on providing excellence education at an affordable cost. So, did you know that 57% of our undergraduate students graduate without any college debt, which is not the case for the majority of American colleges and institutions? So, students are provided with world-class education at this university and leave some extra cash in the event if they want to see the world. So, employability is another concern sometimes for the students, but it's not the worry point at this university. And so, this is number one, graduate employability for it was actually selected by Times Higher Education in 2018, the number one graduate employability. So it's not the current information, but at least it gives us some kind of figures that whatever we have to consider when we think about the employment after the graduation. So there's a diversity in this university. All 50 states of the United States and approximately over 130 countries are represented at this institution. In total, 59,000 students are using this university right now. So it's also called Gator Nation. It has a brilliant history with regard to gators. And if you are interested, then you may a little bit Google about the Gator Nation, and you're gonna find a lot of information, because the alumni, the graduates of this university, are actually supporting each other, regardless of their location, regardless of their age or race, religion, or nation. They're everywhere in 130 countries, and they are a kind of endorsement to each other, either online or offline. So, as I said before, it provides an excellent online education, and it was ranked number one in computer science through online education. And also, it's flexible. That online education is flexible. You know, it's at a pace. Whenever you have time, you can schedule your own time in order to receive your tertiary education through online resources. And the results are you're going to be employed with great companies, by great companies. So therefore, it's a really very important key detail that you need to take into consideration. So, do you have any question? Uh, Actually, I'd be more than happy to receive your questions if you'd like to through Coursera platform, and I can answer any question, or I can explore the question and then provide you the answer if I didn't know the exact answer. So thank you for attending to this to this lesson, or a short lesson. I hope that everything will be great after June and talking about the outbreak. So have a nice day. Bye bye.